Today's video is brought to you by Kinsta.
Have you ever wanted to get rid of the boring WordPress login page, maybe even add a registration page into the mix? In this video, I'm going to show you how. We're going to build custom login and registration pages using 2 free plugins. It's pretty simple to do, it doesn't take very long, and it's free, so why not give it a shot? Hi, I'm Bjorn from WP-LearningLab, and before we get started, here's a quick word from the sponsor of this video.
With Kinsta's lightning-fast infrastructure powered by Google Cloud, your site loads in a flash. It stays stable, even under heavy traffic. Enjoy automatic daily backups, free malware removal, a global CDN, and 24/7 support from real WordPress experts, plus a custom Cloudflare integration. Kinsta's intuitive dashboard makes managing sites easy, even for teams. Whether you're running a WooCommerce store, client sites, or a growing blog, Kinsta has your back. Want to try hosting that works and works fast? Try Kinsta today. Click the link in the description down below. We're going to use 2 plugins to create the custom login and registration pages. First is Profile Builder to create the login form and registration form for us. And the second is Elementor to make it all look pretty. So let's make sure those are installed. Head over to Plugins and Add Plugin. Search for Profile Builder. This is the one we want right over here. I have a more complete walkthrough of this plugin showing much more of its functionality in a separate tutorial. I'll link to that in the description down below and the card up above. I already have it installed on this site. If you don't, click on Install Now and then Activate. And then look up Elementor. If you don't have this installed on your site yet, click on Install Now and then Activate. You just need the free versions of both of these. So Profile Builder adds a new menu item on the left. Elementor adds one as well. Let's go to Profile Builder first. If we hover over this, then go to Basic Information, we have immediately after we install it, a short code for the login form and a short code for the registration form. The registration form can be customized, the login form not so much. To customize the registration form, go to Form Fields. We see all the fields in the current registration form right here. There's the name field, profile picture, username, first name, last name, nickname, all these fields. And you can add as many as you want from this drop down right here. The Pro version gives you more options. These ones are a little bit grayed out. Those are part of the Pro version, but the free version gives you lots. You should be able to build the form that you need with the free version. To add a new field, all you have to do is insert the type of field. For example, maybe you want to have a checkbox, favorite time of day, collecting some data on your customers. I like to customize the meta name to make it descriptive of what the field is. For the description, ask customers their fave time of day. For the options, we enter them here, separated by commas, morning, afternoon, evening, night. Easy peasy. For the labels, going to add the exact same thing. I'm not going to make it required. And overwrite existing means if someone fills out the registration form again or edits the profile, which Profile Builder allows you to build, you can overwrite that information in the database by selecting yes, or you don't overwrite it by selecting no. We're not going to work on profiles in this video, but the other video I mentioned about Profile Builder, I do show you how to create profiles and how to make them searchable and findable on a website. It's pretty cool. So check that video out. Click on Add Field when you're ready. I'm going to drag this up by clicking and holding on the number, and I'll put it right here, right below what's your favorite dinner. And now we have a new field. You can add as many fields as you want. They're auto-saved. There's no save button. Super easy. Here's the short code again for the register form. So now we have the basics, which is the short codes for the login form, short codes for the register form, and hopefully you've customized your registration form, although it's not necessary. The one that Profile Builder provides you is pretty good right out of the box. Now we're going to copy these two. We're going to create the pages where these are going to exist. I'm going to start with the login page and finish that and then duplicate it to create the registration page. Just a little bit faster that way. Let's click on Add Page. I'm going to call it Login Page, save draft, and then click on Edit with Elementor. And again, this is the free version of Elementor. I'm going to mention some things you might want to consider that the Pro version will provide, but the free version should be just fine. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of the menu system at the top and the header and the footer and have just a totally blank canvas. So I'm going to go to this gear icon. I'm going to change the page layout from default to Elementor canvas. I'm going to close this over here so it's not so cluttered. Now we have this nice area to build with. And I want to have a 2-column login page. On the left-hand side is going to be the login form. On the right-hand side is going to be the image, just like you saw in the intro of this video. Click on this plus icon, choose Flexbox, choose 2 columns. You could use the 50-50 or the one that looks to be about 33-66. I'll choose this one because you can adjust the width by dragging and dropping this, so we can perfect it later. For now, let's just make it 50-50, and we're going to add our shortcode on the left, image on the right. So let's look up the shortcode widget, put that in there, add our shortcode, which we copied to our clipboard. There we have it. This is how it's going to look inside the editor. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. On the right-hand side, let's add an image. And the type of image you choose can change the whole vibe of the login form. So we'll start with this image here, little nature scene. And now our registration form, our login form has some structure and some look. Not the nicest look, but it's a look. Let's click on preview to see how it looks. Let's go incognito actually, because we're logged in. Okay, so there's our registration form. So far, not that cool, but we're just starting. I'm going to add another image. This is going to go above the registration form right there. I'm going to add a logo. Let's add the WPLearningLab logo. Let's choose medium size. Looking pretty good. Now we have all the elements I want to have on the login form page. The logo, the login form itself, the image on the right. Now we're going to work on making it full screen. So first, select the 6 dots for the whole section. For the min height, change this to VH. And make it 100, which is going to make the section 100% the height of the viewport. For the width, I want to make that VW because I want that to be 100% of the whole screen. So everything goes right to the edges. Looks pretty good so far. The login form, can I center this? I can. Let's align that to the center. Now I want to put everything on the login form side into the middle down here. Going to click on this little icon to go to the container settings or the column settings. Under justify content, I'm going to choose center, and now it's right in the middle. Sweet. The image on the right is still not quite big enough. When we hover over this side, we can see the container or the column button. Over here we can't because the section buttons are covering it. So we have to go right here to the structure option, open that. Now we can select the container on the right. If you're not sure if you got the right one, click on the eyeball to hide it. And you'll see that is the correct one in this case. The height, I'm going to change to VH 100 to make sure the container is the whole height. And now I want to change the image to be full height as well. So under the style tab on the image settings, change this to VH, make it 100. Now the image is full height, but it's kind of stretched, a little distorted. We can change that by working with the object fit. We can choose it to be fill, which is about the same. We can choose cover, which is a bit better. Actually, it's a lot better. It's not stretched, but it's pixelated because the image quality isn't as great as it could be. Contain is not what we want. Scale down either. So we want cover, and we go back to the content tab for the image, and we can choose image resolution and choose full. This is going to give us the most clear image. It looks pretty good. It's not pixelated anymore. We publish this, and now our login page I think is looking pretty legit. It's not bad. Let's check incognito so we're not logged in, and we see the actual form. And that looks pretty solid. The login form isn't the prettiest. The pro version of Profile Builder gives you much prettier login forms and registration forms. In fact, I'll just activate it at the end of the video so you can see the prettiest version possible. But the free version has the functionality and has everything you need, just not the pretty. And you can change the image to not be half. It could be more or less. Just drag and drop this part here and then drag this over. Now it's wider, 100% of the width. Publish that and you'll see it's taking up more space now. So just make that how you want it. And the image you choose here completely determines the vibe of the login and registration form. If I choose, for example, this abstract art image, that's a totally different vibe. It looks super cool. So if you have like an art membership site or something artistic or creative, this looks really neat, having an image like this. Having a city skyline adds a whole different vibe. So whatever image you choose here really changes the vibe. This one I might want to stretch out a little more so we can get the CN Tower in there. There we go. There we go. Look at that. That's a whole new vibe. So make sure you put some thought into the image you have on the right-hand side here. I'm going to go back to the artistic one. I like that a lot. Something to consider. If we switch to tablet view, this still works just fine in tablet. In mobile, it doesn't, or does it? I don't know. It depends if you like to have this image at the bottom. If you want to get rid of this image, you can. Click on the settings for the container, go to advanced, and if you have the pro version of Elementor, which we don't in this case, but if you had the pro version, you go to responsive under advanced and hide. Why is this working? I don't have the pro version. Maybe they moved this to the free version because I don't have the pro version installed. Anyway, never mind. This is something to consider with the free version. Now you can hide that image on mobile, so you just have the logo in the login form because that image just doesn't look right at the bottom, I don't think. So either way, our login page is done. Let's make a registration page. Make sure we've published it, exit to WordPress, and I said I was going to duplicate the login page to make the registration page. What makes that possible is this duplicate this link. I have a plugin for that. So if I go to plugins, there's a duplicate page plugin. Super simple to install and use. Just look up duplicate page in the plugin repository, install it, activate it, and that's it. And that will add the duplicate page or duplicate this link. So find the login page. There it is. Duplicate this. Now go back to where that happened. And now we have login page and login page draft. I'm going to rename this to registration page. By the way, if you want a longer video on the duplicate this link, like I said, it's not hard. It's really easy. But if you want to see a video of me installing it and setting it up, I'll link to that in the card up above and the description down below if it's not in the card. It's one of those two places. So now that we have the registration page, click on Edit with Elementor and change the shortcode. Instead of login, write register. Bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. Let's have a look at this page. And there it is. Registration form on the left, cool art on the right. I would like that to come all the way down with us. That is, of course, an Elementor Pro feature where you have the sticky containers. Yeah, scrolling effects. So that's locked. So this is definitely Elementor Pro. So if you wanted to have, you can set it up so that this image on the right, instead of moving up and we have this white space appearing, you can have it move down with you or with the visitor as they scroll. And that's with Elementor Pro. But we can also change this design quite drastically. Let's do that. Let's make a new section. And we're going to make it a 3 column like this. And I'm going to put the image as the background for this section. So I'm going to choose these 6 dots. Under style, background type, choose an image, choose this. Yes, there we go. And this column is where the registration form is going to go, in the middle. So I want to add a color overlay or a background type of color. And I'm going to make it, I don't know, a gray color and give it some opacity so you can see through it. I think that's pretty good. This will make more sense as I move these things in here and show you the preview. So let's move this into that column. Let's move this into that column. Let's make it so those appear in the center. I want to have them start at the top for the registration form because it's quite long and I want them centered. That's pretty legit. Now let's delete this and let's make this whole column the height of the viewport. Under min height for the container settings, change the pixels to VH, change this to 100. Now it's the full height. I might want to play with the width of this whited out area. We'll see in just a second. There's our registration form with our cool artistic background on the sides. I do want to change the width a little bit. Make it bigger on that side, bigger on that side. That was not scientific. You can define the exact percentages for those. There we go. Looks pretty good. So now we have a custom login form and a custom registration form. But what do we do with those? We got to put them somewhere. Let's put them in the top menu. Otherwise, people won't be able to find them. So make sure this is saved. Let's exit to WordPress. Let's go to the dashboard. Let's go to Appearance and then Menus. Make sure we're on the menu that we want. In this case, we have one called Header. I think that's one I want. That's what I've been using in recent videos. So we have the menu we want. We want to choose from pages, the login page and registration page. Add those two to menu. If you don't see them listed here, you can choose view all to see all the pages. You can also search for them here. You can change this text. Let's change this to register here and change this to login. Okay, let's save that menu. If you recall, on the registration page and the login page, you don't have those menu options because we got rid of the header. But on the main part of the website, we do have those options, and they're right here. Register here and login. So I click on register here, it takes us to registration page. Now if I click on login, it takes us to the login page. Currently logged in, so it doesn't show the form, but if I go to incognito, here's the form. And what's nice about this form is if I fill it out incorrectly, it comes back to this form. Some custom login form builders will now, after you've done that incorrectly, redirect you to the normal WordPress login page, which you normally don't want because you branded this login form. You put the work in to get the branding just right. You don't want to send them to the boring plain old WordPress login. And just to remind you what that looks like, plain old boring is not an exaggeration. wp-login.php, this is it right here. Plain old boring. This looks way better. Now the last thing I want to show you is how to make these a little bit prettier. So let's go back to, are we incognito? Here we are. Let's go back to the main site, registration page, login page. Go to plugins. This is going to require the pro version of the profile builder, which I'm going to activate right now. And when I go to, let's see, settings, there's a design and user experience box here. I chose Sublime for my design. You can also choose greenery and slim. You can click on the previews to see what they look like. They're all nice and clean and professional. I prefer Sublime. Save changes, and then I refresh this page, and we'll see the design change a little bit. This is what it looks like when you're logged in. Registration form, let's refresh this page. Looks way better, way cleaner. And the login page incognito, so we see the actual form, it looks a lot cooler. So just that little bit of add-on is pretty great, but it's not required. The pro version is not required. The free version works just fine. You can do way more with the pro version of Profile Builder. Aside from just making the forms prettier, it's really powerful. And I have a tutorial showing you more about it if you want to see that. I'll link to that in the card up above. For now, you've learned how to create a custom login page and a custom registration page with the free version of Profile Builder and the free version of Elementor. I hope you found this useful. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe to let me know. Check out the video that's on the screen right now, which is the Profile Builder plugin in action. We go through the free version and the pro version, and we build a great looking staff listings website, which you can use to create other stuff too. Maybe it's a used car listing website, or you have a dating website, or a Battle of the Bands website. You can do so many things with the Profile Builder plugin. I'm going to show you how it all works in this video. I will see you there.